This video presentation is Spyglass Resources Corp. Spyglass listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange under ticker SGL. Another resource play that's just languished along over the last 3 months, falling from up over top of $2 all the way down near $1.50. Nice move on Tuesday, up over 5%. See a strong increase in volume, up to 1.17 million shares traded. With that, we're going to look for a little bit of reversal in this, see if it wants to continue, and challenge some resistance up around $1.70, and this middle Bollinger Band up around $1.75. See the MACD started to flatten out. Still very early on. You can see that was really the first day of the histogram bars climbing back towards zero. But that's indicative of the 12 EMA moving closer to the 26 and a potential bullish cross. Slow still down very low. No momentum in the play. Even though it's given hints of a bullish cross, it's so low. There's not much to read from that at this point other than a very early on shift in momentum. But this slow needs to climb much higher. As you can see, it can trend in oversold territory for a long time. So I want to see a little bit of a stronger move up towards 50 to show that some bullish momentum is building in the play. The money flow index, though, it did make a little bit sharper of a move, coming out of oversold territory now, showing that people are paying higher prices on the stock. But of course, relative to how the stock had been trending, that's somewhat to be expected. Again, still early on. I want to see it above 50 to show people are paying higher prices for the stock than its 14-day averages. Similarly, the RSIs moving upward. Look like they're going to try and break above 30, come out of an oversold condition. Being a true bottom play, these are the types of trend and momentum shifts that you have to look for. And of course, they're going to tie right in with the support level, but they're giving signals that the chart might be trying to reverse course. Now, with any chart, it's imperative to find a support level. Use those support levels as stop loss in case the reversal doesn't continue. In this case, the bottom support will be right there at Monday's lows, just above $1.50. I'd also pay attention to this chart to a certain degree, right there around $1.60. It's a very short-term area of support. If I saw this chart come out on Wednesday and move upward a little bit and start to pull back down on heavier volume, I'd begin to be concerned that this bottom support won't even hold. So not that I would necessarily use it as a stop loss at this point. It would be a point of interest to see how the stock's trading, and if it pulls back up above that level, it starts to solidify that as a little bit of an area of support. Now to the upside, which is of course the more fun side, I'd look for some resistance right at $1.70. Again, it was a short-term area of support. But in addition to that, this purple line, the middle Bollinger Band, the 20-day moving average, it's dynamic, it's coming down. It's always important for candles to move the upper half of the Bollinger Band to start to show some bullishness. And with that coming down, it's going to lend a little bit of dynamic resistance to that area as well. So I'd pay attention to that if the stock price wants to continue to push upward. Because even though the static resistance isn't that strong necessarily at $1.70, combined with some dynamic resistance, that's going to make it a little bit of a tougher area. As far as some stronger static resistance goes, I'd certainly see it coming into play up around $1.90. That's going to run up a little bit. It's going to run up to about $1.95 or so, right through that general area. And it's a pretty nice move, about 20% from where it is right now. But importantly, if this chart's going to genuinely show a reversal, and it wants to move upward, break through that middle Bollinger Band, and hit that resistance point and pull back, then I'd look for it to hold over top of that 20, start trending on the upper half of the bollies, and eventually try and break through that $1.90 mark. That would give a much stronger signal that stock's found a bottom, and the upward trend's going to try and continue. Volume's been picking up for this stock over the last week or so. Been a number of days that's pulled up from lows. That might also indicate there's some buying pressure coming into this play. So I think it's a good one to keep an eye on going forward, just to see how it performs, and keeping in mind that bottom support has to stay intact for the stock to stay in play. Those are the type of things that I'd be looking for in the SGL chart, but as always, it's merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant and strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions upon any material found on the website and/or its video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.